Today we're going to do the PowerPointGrader assignment, Wi-Fi security. So you should sign into My IT Labs and navigate to the Grader assignment, which is in the PowerPoint folder. And I will be extending this assignment from the due date of October 26th. It will now be due, I think it's November 2nd. Okay. So in the PowerPoint folder, right here under Wi-Fi safety, you're going to go open. And you're going to have to download all the files. Now you don't really need the instructions if you're following along with me here. And in fact, I've posted the instructions on Angel in the My IT Labs folder, along with a couple other assets that you may need to do this. It will help you. There was a problem on this instruction, so you should use the instructions that are on Angel. But you're going to start off with this Exploring Grader thing right here. Download it and open it. And it's really just a blank PowerPoint slideshow. But that's what we want to start with. We want to start with this one. So I'm going to close and return this. I've got the instructions available to me. Okay, so we're going to go to start doing the instruction. If we go into Angel, we're going to navigate into the learning modules. And in the My IT Labs document, there's a PowerPoint folder. And here's the instructions you should be using right here. And I'm going to download these to the computer so I don't have to keep opening them. Also, here is the Ion theme. Okay, here's the instructions right here. I'm going to minimize those for a second. Here is the Ion theme. You're going to be required to apply the Ion theme to this. And if you're using Microsoft Office 2010 as opposed to 2013, you won't have the Ion theme. And here's the Ion theme right here. You can download it from right here and install it. That works. There's also a Wi-Fi pick that you're supposed to find and insert into this slideshow. And if you're using a Mac or 2010, sometimes you cannot find this Wi-Fi pick. And so here it is right here if you want it. So you can download it from here. In fact, I'll download them from here and then I'll have them on my computer and show you how to use them. Okay? Okay, I'll save the picture. This is the one that they had you save. I'm just going to right click on it and save image as, and I'm going to save it right to the Wi-Fi folder, wherever that is. I've made a folder to put all the assets in here. Wi-Fi safety. Okay. And I'm also going to download and save the Ion theme. I'm just going to save it. Okay. And that's all we need to do right now. So now we'll open the instructions and I'll be reading off as we do them. Okay. So we're going to have this PowerPoint slideshow. I don't know why mine maximized like this, but here it is. Okay. So the first instruction is to download and save this, and we want to save it to Um, on your computer. Make sure you save it on your computer so you can find it. And I'm going to save this again to the Wi-Fi safety. And all you're supposed to do is change the end to read underscore last first. Save. Okay. Now it says to apply the Ion design theme. So this is where if you're running 2010 or a Mac, you're going to have to do something a little different. So if you're running 2010 or a Mac, you have to do this step first. You have to open that Ion theme. It's really a theme package, but in a Mac often it will open as a PowerPoint slideshow, and apply it from there. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the design, and you're going to look in here for Ion. Now if I'm right, this is Ion right here. As your mouse over it, see how it says Ion, the little pop-up tells you the name of it, right? But here's Ion right here. That's the one we want to apply. So we should all be doing this. But if you have a Mac or a PC, you may have to browse for a theme. So what you would do is browse and go to your desktop where we've saved, or wherever you saved that theme that was on Angel, right? And here it is right here, and see where it says Ion, and it's a Microsoft Office theme. If this window was bigger, you could read that. Right, Microsoft Office theme, we want to apply this one. It's the same theme, so it's not going to look different to me, but that's how you apply it, right? So we're going to apply that theme, right? Now we're going to add Wi-Fi safety as a footer to all slides except the title slide. So we go to Insert, Header and Footer. We're going to click Footer, right? And we want to say Wi-Fi safety right down here at the bottom. And you got to type it exactly the way I'm typing it here. So we want Wi-Fi safety in all the footers except the title slide. So we're going to check this box right here. Don't show on the title slide. Also, automatically include updated date and time and a slide number. Date and time, and you should have update automatically on it. And we want to say slide number right there. We're going to apply to all. And that's good. But again, you don't see it on the title slide because we don't want it on the title slide, okay? So now we're going to move on to step 4. On the title slide, we have to type in the title placeholder Wi-Fi safety. And in the subtitle placeholder, we're going to type keeping your personal information safe. Okay, and I try to save this after every step. Insert a new slide using the to content layout and type type wireless fidelity as the title. So we want a new slide. We got to go back to the home tab. We want a new slide, and this new slide should be the to content layout, right here, to content layout. And so for the title, we want wireless fidelity. And then in parentheses, Wi-Fi. Okay? Now, next step, and if you look over here, we can see the footer over here on the side and the slide number on the red little tag there. Type the following in the left content placeholder as 3 bullets. So we can see that bullets are selected already up here at the top, and the first bullet should say radio waves exchange data wirelessly. next bullet should say commonly found in public places. And the last bullet should say also called hotspots. Okay. Now into the right, we have to add a clip art photograph into the right content placeholder. So this is where we search office.com for clip art, and if you can't find it, just use that one that was in Angel. It's actually that picture, and if you can't get that picture, it says any relevant picture will be okay. Alright, so I unchecked bullet on here. I go to Insert, Online Pictures, and here I'm searching office.com for Wi-Fi, and I just type Wi-Fi in there. I think I have to do it again. And here it is, and this is the one on the left here that we want, so I just select it and I go Insert, and there's the image. So, and that's the same image that's in Angel. Okay. Now they want this placed in a very particular location, so that's our next step. And it says move the photo so that the left border aligns with the 0 mark on the horizontal ruler and the top aligns with the 1.5 mark on the above the 0 on the vertical ruler. So we have to view the rulers first. So I'm going to go to View and Add Rulers. Okay, and I'm actually going to add grid lines and guides as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to Picture Tools. And I'm going to select the picture. And now I want the left so it aligns with the 0. So here's the 0 right here, and I can see this grid line that goes down to the 0. So I want the left aligned with that. And there's that. And then I want the top aligned with the 1.5. So if I hold my mouse over the very top edge, I can see a red line over here to the left. It's just above the 1, and I have to move it up a little bit. So we want it up to about, not that far. So I'm still a little high. I want it right about there. There. So now the left side is aligned with the 0 here, and the top is aligned with 1.5. And that's where we want that, right? So hit Save, and we're going on to the next step. Insert a new slide using the title and content layout as the third slide in the presentation. So we want to go back to the Home tab, New Slide, and Title and Content. And here we want the title to say Wi-Fi hotspot security. Right, as the title. Save it. And then the following in the content placeholder is 4 bullets. Okay. So down here is 4 bullets. We're going to type what you'll see next. Hold on. Okay, so here are our bullets. Avoid unsecured networks. Second bullet is don't access confidential information. Third bullet is set network locations to public. And the fourth bullet is keep security software up to date. And these bullets should be entered just this way. I'm going to go turn off my rulers and grid lines because I don't need those any longer. Okay, so now on step 10, on slide 3, add the following text to the notes pane. Right? So we're going to type in, despite the threats, there are several ways to protect yourself and your computer, to the notes pane. So here's a notes pane here, and there's two ways to get to this. I can go like this, where I can stretch it up from the bottom. Excuse me. Or I can just click on this here, notes, and it gives me a little space down here where I can type the notes, and there they are, despite the threats. There are several ways to protect yourself and your computer, and these notes show up to the presenter when you're using the presenter mode in this. So you got to get the notes in there. Instruction 11 is insert a new slide using the blank layout as the fourth slide in the presentation. So new slide, here's the blank one right here. Now we're going to insert a table with 4 rows and 2 columns and type the following text in the table. Okay, so we got to insert a table with 4 rows and 2 columns. 2 columns and 4 rows, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to put these things in the thing. We're going to type threat and then explanation. And then identity theft. Use your personal information for financial gain. So these are the threat and what's the explanation of it. And then down here we're going to type hacking. And the explanation for hacking is unauthorized computer or network access. And the last one is malware, and it's programs designed to be harmful. Okay. Next step is apply the fade transition from the subtle category to all slides in the slideshow. Now, if you don't have the fade, save this PowerPoint slideshow to a stick, a flash drive, and then apply it on a computer in the library or somebody else's PC. Right, so we're going to go to transitions. Here's fade right here. Now, if you drop this out, you can see the different categories. Here's settle, here's exciting, whatever. So we want fade, and we want to apply to all, right? Now we're going to add the bounce theme from the entrance category to the content placeholder and the image on slide 2. So we're going to move back up to slide 2. And I can tell that the transition we just added is on all the slides because there's a little star next to them now, okay? So what we want to do now, and this one's a little tricky, so watch how we do this. We need to select both this, and now if you select it and then you click it again, the first time you select it, the border around it is dashed line, then you hit it again, you click right on the line and it turns solid. And you're going to hold down the shift key and you're going to select this image. Okay, now we're going to go to animations, and from the entrance section we want to select bounce. Right? And as soon as I hit this, it's going to give me a preview of it. And when I look at it, it's not all at the same time, right? It comes in under separately, right? It's got 3 different animations. Well, that's not what we want. We want it all to come in at the same time. So on here, if we go into the animation pane right here, and then we see this drop down on number 3 right here, we go start with previous, and then we go to this one, and they should all now be on start with previous. And then if we hit preview, they all come in at the same time, and that's what we want. Okay. Now we want to move slide 4 so that it becomes slide 3. So we're going to take this slide, we're just going to drag it up and drop it like that. We're going to save this slideshow, right? Save it, close it. Now we're going to go back to my IT Labs, and we're going to upload the completed file. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to where it is. It's in the Wi-Fi safety folder. Right here, and here it is right here, last first. And upload. And then you'll be able to get your grade, and we'll look at that here in a second. And you have 3 attempts for these. Okay. Finish and submit for grading. And return a course. I got 84.5%. So we'll go in and we'll see how to look at the submissions now. Now I think that I had done it once before, or I got a 90 today. I got 84 before. I had to select this one to change the grade to 90. So we can look through here and see what was wrong, and we had trouble with this. Apparently I didn't type Wi-Fi exactly like that way. Maybe I didn't have a space in between there, and so I lost the point there. And on slide 3, the text to the note, I lost all 8 points for that. So those are the 2 things. So we can go back and do those 2 things, and you can get full credit. Those are the 2 things that are missing. Okay, and that's really it. That's how you do the PowerPoint Grader assignment, Wi-Fi safety.